Welcome to Cocktail Hour with Rick. Tonight, special cleansing session for all of you who have never ever been cleansed by Rick Serra. Don't worry, this is a fun event. We do it once a month. And I am your host, Rick Serra. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is Saturday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, one day after our usual time. How is everybody? I hope you're doing well. It's been a nice weekend so far for us. I hope the same for you. And in fact, here's a little extra treat for you all. Later this evening, I'm going to be live streaming a band. I've had them on before. The band's name is Outage. They do quite a number of classic rock songs that others don't try to do. So you may enjoy that. That's later this evening when I go live, or you'll get a notification if you're subscribed and you click the bell.
Play a lot of games.
If you're not subscribed,
Arcel, Mark Townsend,
please
Lucy,
consider doing
Oopsie,
so.
Denise,
The camera's shaky.
K1ish.
You have to not move the table because the camera is on the table. So if you bounce the table around, I'm sorry.
Screaming Fly Productions, Carson.
I might have
Clark.
to move it. I thought it would be
I'm
good.
not doing that.
All right, so hopefully that's better. I did see it vibrate a little bit. We're trying this a little better because
Hey, meow.
there's nothing in front of me. And Bo is
Mega,
seeing something
Dr.
out the
Namal,
door, or out the
Sherry
window,
Frill,
doing the security for him. And hello to
Affleck,
anybody who is new to the channel.
John C.
Maybe you saw me on Exploring with
Wickless,
Josh, with
Pig
Seth,
Ribbit,
and with Colin at his side, and they decided
Maria
to
G,
go
Evan
out
Harris,
to Leakin Park
Arna
a
Carousel,
couple weeks back, and Dan was going to try, but he
James
wasn't
Gilly.
feeling quite up to it. I did instead,
So,
and I did my best to
Sarah
help them out with
E14.
whatever they were trying to do. And I hear that there are reels out on at least the Exploring with Josh channel, maybe Seth MacFarlane, I think's his name,
Bungalow.
will have something coming.
Nerd,
And,
Boston wins.
Very good, Mark. Thank you.
JK.
Long time no see, Mark. Glad to have you here. And
Hello, everyone.
we are up in, oh, thank you, Valerie. Thank you very much. We are upstairs for 2 weeks now that we've had the show here. And that's because we had some connectivity problem in the basement, and I don't know why, but apparently there was very glitchy. And up here, I think it's very consistent. I do have a Wi-Fi system, which we purchased with donations from you guys, from your tips. It wasn't terribly expensive, a little over $200, but it offers 3 repeating devices that are all interconnected directly to the router via Ethernet cable to the first unit, and then the others get communicated to wirelessly. It really seems to work well. It also gives us connection in the front and the back. It's by T-Link or D-Link. I always get that messed up a little bit. And you can go to your Home Depot store or buy them, of course, online. I think we bought them through Amazon. So, what are you all interested in? Would you like to talk about Leakin Park for a little bit? D-Link, thank you, Screaming Fly Productions.
Why am I not getting the updates?
I don't know. But apparently there's a lot of fascination with Leakin Park on the western edge of Baltimore City. It is an area, unfortunately, that had a E. coli
Patrick
water
Nicolucci,
contamination issue. Hello,
Olga,
Patrick.
Amanda,
How are you?
Morgan.
And Patrick Nicolucci, I have
Mountain
another
2, where's the
announcement. Let me
dumbest?
do that right now, and then I'll continue about Leakin Park. In 2 Fridays from now,
Scott
So-
Bagley.
the 23rd,
Invisible.
you will have the
No.
blessing and the thrill
Plum
again
all.
of enjoying
Stevens
Ozzy
Park.
Osbourne's music brought live from
Josh
the
was
band
here.
Madhouse. The lead singer is right here in the room with us, Patrick, so feel free to chat with Patrick. He is a rock star, bona fide, and he's been doing it for decades.
Pamela Rush.
He's got a technical job
Amanda,
during the
Jeff
day
Blue,
and
Rogue
is a rocker at
849.
night. Carson Thorpe, thank you. It's so happy. I'm so happy you're here. I know. I'm sorry last night, people. I boomered out and didn't give notifications
Charlie
in
Brown.
all of my social media platform to announce that we were moving the show to
Miss
tonight.
Fix-It 75.
Last night I was
Samantha
out
DeSosa.
watching some good music at a facility that for 2.5 years they have been shut down because of COVID. So last night was the first time a show was held at this music venue.
Rogue 849 from Chile.
Hey, we're all the way up to 67 and 42 likes. Remember to keep clicking the like button. That is the one thing we please need. And
No, Stephen, we're in Baltimore.
we're in Baltimore, Maryland, and Rogue, welcome. Are you new? Anybody who is a new person to watching this show right now, if you're watching now, you're qualified for a free gift. There's only one catch. You got to give us your name and mailing address and send it to us by email. And it just was posted in a little paragraph by Dr. Normal, but the email is rick@aol.com. So you send us your name and full mailing address, zip code. I mean, we'll send
Jason
these
Chen.
gifts to anywhere in the world, all around the whole globe. We're happy to find
Oh, that's
people
great,
from
Rogue.
all over. Amy Hackey, hello from Vermont. There you go. We got people in Vermont. Are you starting to feel any beginning of fall yet? Are you getting some cool nights, some crisp cool nights, maybe down in the low 40s or upper 30s yet? It's just around the corner, folks. Yes, we are here reaching September, and in the next couple of weeks, we'll watch the temperatures continually chill, and then the leaves turn color, and we have our fall colors. Yes. Hello from Philadelphia, Parvula Universum. Welcome. Again, that applies to you too, because I know that you've never been on the show live. So everyone, please send us,
Don't
if you'd
do that,
like a free
Carson.
gift,
Because we
please.
can't give anything back.
Oh, what does that mean? What does he
Rick,
say?
I'm afraid I'm so drunk, I may accidentally Michael let you and donate a shit ton of money.
Don't,
And make
please,
my finances.
don't, tell you what, don't give any donations tonight, okay? And if tomorrow after you're sober, you can send it to us via PayPal.
Yeah, I enjoy the fall too,
And
Patrick.
our account is BOH dot jangle, JANGLE, at AOL.com, right, hon?
Yeah.
Bo.jangle. That's if you would like to give us a gift, and please push the button
Hey,
gift.
Pamela, we may be there by then, if not shortly
But
after.
otherwise, the way to go here is if you
Tim
wish
Weber.
to tip, that's great. If you don't, please at least click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button and click the bell, because I do live stream many times unannounced. So to be able to get a notification.
Thank you, Carson.
And yes, Mr. Bojangles, we have many names for Beauregard, Bohemian, Bo, our lovely sun, furry animal, dog, love.
Hey, it's been Dallas.
We got him, we now know for sure, looking at old files, in 2013, and he is now 12 years old. We got him when he was 3, so we've had him for 9 years. And He is truly
Christine
a
K.
blessing. You know, you adopt an animal to rescue the animal, and then you find the animal rescued you. All right, so don't forget the 23rd, I will be posting more lengthy promos and let you know again a couple more times in the next weeks during the regular show.
Thank you,
So
No.
on the 23rd, you'll be seeing people playing the music of Ozzy Osbourne and a little Black Sabbath live. Dr. Normal, New York, said no. No! Well, thank you. No, no, that was a very nice tip. I appreciate it very much. Oh, it's 71 in Canton, Georgia. Here, I think we're still in the upper 70s, maybe even around 80 degrees. There's Don Cathcart. Don said hi to me on Twitter, I believe, and I accepted and actually replied. So, you know, if you're a Twitter person, and I know you from being a subscriber to my channel, I'll say hi to you. But and why do you go around the bush? All you have to do is write to me directly at rick.adr@aol.com anytime you want. I talk to people who have stuff that they want to have me help them with, and I'm no counselor, but I try to help people. I love
agree,
people,
Patrick.
or just to send me a joke or to send me a photograph, whatever. So we give you the email multiple times, so it's apparently
AJ Vintage,
we're
hello
happy
there.
to have you write to us. Okay,
And just so you know, when
AJ
you get
Vintage, welcome.
that the email, even though it's rick.adr, it comes up with my name because I'm
Yes.
the one who set it all up.
Yes, he's the administrator for the
airport.
channel, more or less, the merchandising side. And by the way, if you want to take a look at my website, which includes links
He
to
is
all
going
the
to be
social
doing
media,
outage tonight.
and also
We'll see you soon.
it shows
Pam.
you the last upload, and then there is some
Sarah.eve.
merchandise. We don't push the merchandise hard. It's there if you want to. It even includes T-shirts, and Sol Cecita
Christopher Graham.
and I are going to design one more shirt together. That'll make 8 different designs of shirts that you could consider. That's why we do it for a variety of
Actually,
life.
Sol does the work. Rick just takes half the credit.
I just take half the credit, right? So in my mind, I have a concept. I have to sketch it out. But Sol, do you have an image of the original Bring Back Asbestos T-shirt that was actually sent to us by a fan who had it created? I want the lettering to be just like that, and it's going to be on the back of
Just
the shirt.
do this in an email.
So, and then beyond that, I want people to know what asbestos looks like. Get a hint of it. It's a mineral. And when I said bring back
I
asbestos,
said, I forgot the cock.
you can shoot me if you need to. I really wasn't serious. It was a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. Bring back asbestos is not a serious request by me. It is a very bad material. It's toxic. It is hurtful.
Tim
and
Bajai.
we should learn better. We, as mankind, knew asbestos was dangerous to us all the way back to the Egyptians. Isn't that something? And the ancient Greeks, they knew that asbestos was bad shit. But we still use this stuff today in certain things. A lot of things that's been banned in, but it's not totally gone. So I do not encourage you eating it, sniffing it, but we can joke about it. There's your dart. So, and it's fireproof. That's why it was so cool. Somebody showed me something. They sent me an email or a message, and it must have been something where they could produce an image. And it was a can of spray asbestos in a can. So you just could go, and wherever you thought you might need fire protection or something. How terrible. The person who used
Yeah,
that
Soul
can
says you need to send her that pic again, okay?
got, oh, I will.
Nancy Santa Maria.
It's nasty. It was on steel
Invisible
structural beams. It was used as
exploration.
fireproofing to
Oh,
separate
done.
floors or for the stairwell or the elevator shaft. We used asbestos as fire break material. Really, really, really made a big mistake with all that
Plum
shit.
all.
But I do love that you laugh at the catchphrases on another dirty room, which
we all?
is the reason that that even exists as a phrase. And if you go online and just tweet "Bring Back Asbestos" T-shirt, you'll see that there's a whole group of people already selling the shirt, copied it already. So this will be the only original Rick Serra version "Bring Back Asbestos" T-shirt, and I hope you'll like it. A little more in it than the other shirts, and you'll find that out when it's done. So back to Leakin Park. So Leakin Park is unfortunately a poorly utilized natural area that is in fact still being used by
Oopsie oopsie.
uncaring individuals to dump debris. Even though Baltimore has designated places to take that material in bulk, and they actually have something called a trash truck, and they'll pick it up at your door. But no, let's take that trash and dump it in the middle of a natural area.
Shaylee, good day.
Instead, Shaylee! So, Leakin Park to me is sad. It's sad. It needs to be cleaned up. It needs to be resurrected. It needs to be cleared of all that accumulated waste. We need to get the community involved so that they will buy into protecting it and not decimating it. Apparently, the biggest thing about Leakin Park that people know because of Dan Bell is that people have either been dumped there after being murdered elsewhere and some murdered in the park. And a couple of years ago, he got interested in a particular case, investigated as far as he could, including investigating by interviewing police and people at the coroner's office. So it was an effort by Dan to do that. And anybody who's seen Dan Bell's videos on Leakin Park can see he took it seriously. He was not making a joke out of it. So, although I am honored that you have found me, if you watched the video by
Didn't know that, Scott.
Exploring with Josh,
Stephanie Short.
I have to say that I don't feel the video truly respects the place. Nothing against Josh. I know you guys are all trying to bring content to your fans, and sometimes trying to make it maybe more than it isn't is great to help bring drama and bring the video together as a creative effort. I understand that 100%. But it did have activity. I used my own equipment to verify it. We did do a little bit of using a ghost box, which is, of course, a device that scrolls through radio frequencies rapidly, and you can set different parameters. You can play it in reverse or forward, and you have 2 bands on the machine I have. And we got some response, but they're never really a way to nail it down unless you have simultaneously something that you hear from the box along with some other devices being activated. Something usually helps to make it feel to me that it was a genuine evidence.
Hey, Tracy Banter.
If you don't know this, when you go on my playlists and you look for what kind of stuff does
Hope you
Rick
have a
have,
good night, Nancy.
I have 2 playlists. The one is for fun. It's called Rick's Thrillers. So even though one of the last videos on that playlist Crybaby Bridge, the baby sounds weren't legitimate, but there were EVPs I caught on review of all the audio from the video. And so that's interesting. We did get some actual real stuff. And there are other videos on that same playlist that have a little bit of that as well. But I am focused 100% and take it very seriously. Dan even makes fun of me when I'm trying to do paranormal, supernatural, UFO investigations. I'm doing it seriously. I'm not just totally goofing around about the whole thing. And I'm not making up any extra drama. I'm not a dramatic actor, so I'm not going to try to, oh my God, oh! I'm not going to do that.
Somebody wants to know. Oh, that was a dud.
I pushed it back in the
Oh.
barrel.
Listening to old podcasts, you still planning on doing ghost hunting with Babette?
I don't know what will ever happen with that idea because I haven't heard from Babette for months. Babette put the idea out to me. I accepted it. I waited for Babette to get back with me. We were supposed to either have extended video chat, or when I was in Florida, we were going to meet and discuss it and see how we could do this and set it up. Of course, if you're not together, you can still do things remotely, but we'd have to work from scratch to develop all the technology to do that, and then the content would flow from there. So sadly, it never went anywhere. Babette and Costello.
Rick's new pot bag.
Yeah, not really. It's old. I've used it for years.
No, you have not used it for years. Did you see
Isn't that a beautiful piece of glass?
Carson Thorpe?
Carson Thorpe, I saw. What did he say? Oh, thank you. I saw a sparkly ball type thing in the sky a couple nights ago that was super spooky. You did. You might have seen something. Who knows? It might have been atmospheric phenomena, but it might have been actually what we call them now. The UFO is a UAP, an unidentified aerial phenomena. UAP. That's
Personal
CRAP.
no.
Government. You're always happy to make a new
Dustin
acronym
B.
out of something and then play with the
Garrett
interpretation.
Stem.
And then when we get the redacted information on UFOs, we get nothing but black after blackened line. I'm sorry, hon. What was
I didn't say anything.
Oh, well, I thought I upset you, but you were just
No.
grabbing your head. She's been fighting a headache off and on for a couple of days. So I don't know what it is. You're not wearing glasses now, so it's not that.
No.
Yes, and I would love to have Babette on the podcast and love to do a three-way with Babette and Dan. I bet you'd like that to be a video podcast. The three of us together in various states of clothing,
Oh.
doing things together,
Yeah, they're no fun, AJ.
making people's
Pooping
faces
soul.
grimace and jaws drop and general nausea ensues.
No problem, Tracy. Don't worry about it.
Three fat old men having sex.
I keep forgetting to cock.
You forget to ask me for my cock? Ow! You hit me in my ninny. You hit me in the other one. Why do you hit me with the swizzle stick, baby? Rick After Dark. It is dark here. I don't know if you are. Babette versus Sandy Gay. Oh, that
my
would be
God.
that would be a very funny. What would you call it? I guess we could do that as a show. Maybe I can get a video feed somehow connected with me, and I'll be all set up in drag. And Babette, that's normal. So Yeah, lemon party. Affalad, how you doing there, man? So, again, this is for the newer people. Where it's at is not really the boomer in front of the camera. It is in the room with the people
Keep
whom
an eye
you
on
are
that, Dr. Namal.
able to chat and discuss and joke around. And it's encouraged that everybody stays away from heavy
That's right,
stuff.
Plum.
You know, it's not like big politics and stuff like that. This is about having a nice time, chilling.
I'll
It's
try
like you're
that,
hanging
DC.
out
Thank
at
you.
a bar. It's like Cheers. Just like a virtual form of Cheers is what I've tried to make this be. And most of the time,
Oh, I didn't
everything
see
is
Mr. D-Pants.
peaceful
You in
and
the room?
fun. So we have 86 people live now and 67 likes. So that means some of you could click the like button for me. You might have to step out of the chat, click like, and then go back in. If you would do that sometime, I would appreciate it. Mr. D-Pants, good to see you with us. Rick is cocky and Darlene is cocked and ready. That was a very good summary by Plum All. Thank you, Plum.
Hey, good day, Mr. D-Pants.
So, neutered people, yes, there are probably neutered people here. I don't know. I'm virtually neutered, but not completely. There's actually a thing hanging off still. And I was born in 1959. I don't know what generation I am. Boomer, Boomer 2, Boomer 3. That was the last of the boomers. Yes, we were people of my age. Last of the boomers.
Am I considered a boomer? Hey, Mark. No, you're not.
In general, you are.
Oh, okay.
Anybody born post World War II, like 1947 to 1963, is anybody help out there to give me a verification if I'm right
Is
about
it
the time
Miss-
frame?
Fix-It 75 birthday?
Hey, and anybody who has a birthday, I will sing to you on request. Looks like Miss Fix-It 75, who was with anybody.
Tomorrow's
That's okay.
your birthday, so you sing
So
it
I sing it tonight. Anybody
do it
who
before
might
we
have been
forget.
with Dan Bell last night? Any of the people on his
live stream.
Film
yeah.
It live stream last night?
Yeah, some
I
people-
know that Miss Fix-It was. And I am ready to sing to you now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Fix-It 75. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Happy
tomorrow.
birthday
It's your
to
birthday
you.
weekend. You should have started Friday night, right? And had people buy you drinks. How many hours long was he on, Dan?
I think an hour?
An hour? I know he was on quite a while because I had to ask if it was live or Memorex when I got in and found it was still rolling. It's on your Affalad on the 18th. Well, we missed the 9/8/17, so we could do you next Friday. That would be a fit. And or I could do it now, Affalad. It's your choice.
Oh, Jason said he was on for 3 hours and 49 minutes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
It was the marathon. The Dan Bellathon. So, moving on from the Leakin Park discussion, move on to another
Clement?
dirty room.
That Cara? Hello there. Well, then you entitled to a free gift.
Everybody, if it's your first time watching Cocktail Hour with Rick, right now that's what you're doing, believe it or not, and there's 87 other people in there with you, you have a right to claim your gift as a first-time viewer. My wife, I think you probably posted it, didn't you?
Yes.
You send us your name and mailing
And them all
address
posted too.
so
That's
we
good.
can send you a gift. So you send that to us at rick.adr@aol.com and send us your information. We'll be getting that right out to you. And if you would like to take a look at the store, if there's anything there that you might like to buy, merchandise officially from Rick Serra, it's
Send us your name,
ricksarah.com.
Christopher.
That's
And Shawnette, not just your name, your whole
STAR.com.
address.
Rick Serra Star. The website was totally a gift to me from a fan and friend who's goes by the name of Steve Seabode. Not sure if Steve's in here.
I haven't seen him tonight.
There's a Shawnette Zakaria. That's a name I have not noticed.
Yeah,
if
it is new. She is new.
She's new? Oh, well, you definitely need to write to us. I'd love to get a gift out to you. The gifts are just a token of our appreciation for you coming to watch the show. Hopefully you'll
Stephanie
stick
Short's
around.
birthday is September 28th, so we'll get you
Stephanie
later.
Short, well, you got to get you this month for sure.
We don't know where Sean is.
Now, somewhere, who, Sean Arm?
Well, Shaylee wants to know where's Sean.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard from Sean since February or March. And frankly, I'm a little concerned. I don't know what happened because it's unlike him to not send me a message. So I don't know whether he's in heaven, in jail, just decided he didn't want to
Oh, that's great, Mark.
didn't want to hear from me anymore because he didn't like me. I don't know.
Mark has your cocktail hour magnet on his drum kit.
On a drum kit? Oh my God. That's so touching too. I'm so emotional. I don't have anything to drink. Oh man, I don't even have a beer.
What do you want?
I have one beer in there. Would you open it for me? Thank you. It's the one I want, not the ones in the back top. It's near some bottles of water I think are in front of it. Ah, thank you, Carson. And JJ, thank you too. I've been incorporating bring back asbestos as a philosophy and mental health is so much better. Is it, Joe? Wow. Well, anything that helps you to think positively and to resist negativity, people who say you can't do that, or you're no good, or you're different than me, or you're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good. I'm gonna say it again, you're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good.
Okay, that's enough.
Ow! Bitch. You're covered in caramel, are you? You've been eating some of this, maybe? How many people like caramel coated popcorn?
Fishers. Yeah, I like Linda.
You can buy this
Online.
online. This company has been around in the original location on Ocean City, Maryland Boardwalk since 1937. Almost 90 years. And it is great popcorn. Of course, they have different flavors besides caramel. You can also get it popcorn and nut mix. I guess they do cinnamon.
I don't know if they do.
Any kind of D's nuts that you want, they probably do D's nuts too. Fromunda, they do Fromunda nuts. They do primate nuts.
Try plum.
Everything is that's a nutty experience. Nutting, anything like that, they will accommodate any foul sexual deviation kind of thought process you have. Okay? So just write them and tell them Rick Serra sent you and that you wanted some Fromunda ball popcorn. They bounce back at you.
I'm not
It could be
having good
creamy.
luck with these
You can get
tonight.
chunky or creamy nuts if you're going for their peanut butter nut coated popcorn
They
with
do
caramel.
not have that.
They also have anchovy paste and Vichy soie. They have a little bit of the fish eggs. I'm sorry. I'm losing that caviar. Right, of course. The last caviar I had, it was the brand of a big joint that cost $35. Ever had a caviar joint?
What?
You can get it in sativa or indica. Oh yes, they are delicious. They make me hack though, man. They are so good. They just kill me. That's why I try to use something like a pipe that aerates the smoke. Salmon.
Sarah
I like salmon. I
E14.
love smoked salmon. Oh, that's so good. I had some
I didn't know
sushi
you
yesterday, and I had the Philadelphia roll, that smoked salmon
Oh.
with cream cheese, and usually that's about it. Some people put a little something else in there. It's yummy. Yes. A couple times I did one of those things where you eat in front of people live,
Ew, that was horrible.
and people asked for me to do. Shoot, what's it called? And there's a couple infamous people that are grotesque. They are so sloppy when they eat. But so I decided I wasn't
Mukbang. Thank you, Christopher.
I decided to
William
turn.
Thomas, loopsy oopsie.
Yeah, I decided to give up on mukbanging. I rather do regular banging than mukbanging. Mukbanging, it's like if you're with somebody and you're going in the woods to do some whippy, and then you find yourself in a bog, and then you try to do it in there, and it's like mukbang. But you bang.
When you were younger,
It's
and you
just
went,
a little sloppier.
when you went and to go have sex in the car when you were younger, and you got knocked on the window by a police, that wasn't fun.
No. Joe, are you confused? I'm sorry. I do this. I find it like this rapid fire, connected thoughts thrown out at the same time.
Hey, smarty pants.
Sometimes results in humor. Other times it just creates confusion. And I hope not too many people clicking
Hey, Kimbra.
the X and leaving my show. But I see I lost a few. Oh well. I guess I better stay a little more above board. Now, in a little while, we are going to have our session of special cleansing. Now, what is that all about?
Yeah, there is, AJ, but it wasn't with Rick.
So, special cleansing. I came up with this during a trip back to Florida from Baltimore one early, winter time is what it was actually. And I was in Georgia near Savannah. I went outside and everything is green down there, and the temperature was like upper 60s, and I just left freezing temperatures here in Maryland. So the skull, I just pulled it out. Somebody gave it to me as a gift. It used to have a light, but the whole thing fell apart. So that's the way it goes. Doesn't have to. The point is, I came up with this idea. I realized that I had the capability to remove negative energy Yes, it builds up in you.
What
When
does that
you're
have to do
in,
with, you said we were traveling, you were
that's
somewhere?
when I just came up with this whole idea for the ceremony. All
Oh,
right,
okay.
and I don't know what power let me think, and then realize I had a key. I could free everybody of painful, stressful, negative energy, and equally using this, I could virtually do what it does in direct content with your colon. I could clean out your entire large and small intestines and colon instantaneously. It was a gift from somewhere in the
Joe, it's
universe.
just a window curtain, not
I am
shower,
not
but that's
God.
okay.
No, no, I'm not God. I'm just a person like you. It's just built up on
Crap.
a bunch of BS I came up with. Okay? So, in this theory that I developed, all I need to do is have a person
Listen,
ask.
listen. Soul said, by the way, Rick, Dan said last night that he needs a colonoscopy. So you can perform one for him with a couple for a couple of bucks. Sean Davis.
I I see something that Carson wanted to have people read. So Rick's going on the way home from now, and we'll do the laundry and stuff for Christmas. I don't want her home, and I get her hair cut tomorrow. Then I go back home and get the stuff done, and she's okay. All right. Don't know what I just said. So I use this. Take off the cover, and I'm all ready to go. Let me show you. Woo! Uh-oh. A little too active there, baby. Let me put it back on. I found the hole. Oop! Ah! The bottle like that. So, you just have to say, cleanse me, and you type this. Darlene will then read your name, and then I will do it, and I will say you are cleansed. And then, etc. Everybody is invited to the table. We're going to start that in 18 minutes. 18 minutes. I like to start that at the 60-minute point. It's a good point to start this at because it then it takes about 10 minutes to do, and we still have time to talk about your experience after. So please feel free to think about how
Hey,
you
William
feel when you're
Thomas.
cleansed. Who is this? Rick found the hole. Yes, I did. I'm bending over now, Dr. Rick. Oh, God. I love people cooperating. Yeah, Dan is at the recommended age 44, 45, whatever. Rick squirted.
Hey, Evan.
Kimbra. I squirted. It was a premature cleansing, a premature cleansing. Let's just put it that way. Now you get
Protein
back up.
waterfall.
Protein waterfall. It's almost the same thing as what I'm doing with this special cleansing, but
No, we haven't, Scott.
what? No, we haven't done any. The cult of the bunghole. Does anybody have any TP for my bunghole?
I think Dan still is not smoking.
No, as of
Hey,
last
Boston
night.
wins 33.
As of
Got
last
like
night,
15 minutes to go for that.
I think he was on day 14 without a
Tony
drink
Tail, hello there.
or a cigarette. Carson Thorpe, thank you. I'm wasted. Oh, I love you too. You're wasted. Wasted on the way. So, is everybody getting wasted? You don't have to. You know, it's an optional thing. If you feel like serving yourself a drink or something else, a libation, if you just have some tea, ice water, uh, people consume whatever they want because you provide it yourself. Unfortunately,
Oh,
we
Mr. Deep
provide nothing for
Pants.
your consumption other than visuality and sound.
Sean Davis.
Sound. Sound. That sounds like it's a sound. It looked trippy to me as I moved in and out. I didn't know whether anybody might have agreed and it gave them some kind of a delight, maybe some kind of
I'm
a
like almost a minute
head rush,
behind
or
on
maybe
the
you
video.
saw a tracer or something like that.
I'm drinking water, which is unusual.
Sarah E14
That's
also,
wonderful. Congratulations.
congratulations, and I hope you can keep it up. In a sense, I stopped smoking
I will
because
too.
Dan, stopped smoking and doesn't have any cigarettes for me to bum. So the same thing has happened to me now. But
No, you own a. You have.
I don't have any. I told you they were gone. They were gone at the camp. She knew. My mother, I don't want my mother to know. She would really be upset. Because she's already, every
Okay.
time I cough on a pipe, she's ready to call 911.
I am.
And Darlene's not far behind. But I was smoking one a day. I would smoke a couple when with Dan, because he's like smoking like a chimney, so I had a couple. I might as well. I'm already inhaling the cigarette
Michaela, hello
secondhand.
there.
Hello, Michaela. Hi, friends. And I bought a pack so that I didn't have to bum on him. And then we got back from our trip to the Pocono Forest in Maryland, on Maryland's eastern shore.
Robert Ryan.
Life is good in Maryland.
Dusty,
Yes, it
the
is.
wild man.
And anybody that is a Marylander who possibly does follow professional football, tomorrow
I'm
is
going
the
out and coming
opening
back in.
game for the Ravens at New York against the New York Jets, with former quarterback Joe Flacco leading them against our man, who still hasn't signed a contract, but I guess he'll do some someday.
What team is Joe Flacco with now?
He's with the Jets now.
Okay.
He's been with 5 or 6 teams since he was traded from the
That's right,
Ravens.
Shaylee.
But unfortunately, you know what
Victoria
happened with Joe?
Ludwig.
He was unable to play, and then Lamar came in. Lamar Jackson, our quarterback, our lead quarterback. But our second quarterback is able, quick, got a good pass. Hundley is his last name. I don't know his first name. So we're looking to have some fun here, people in Maryland and Baltimore, and enjoy tomorrow's game.
I think Lamar is overrated.
Yeah, maybe. He might be. We'll see what he can do in action tomorrow. If he doesn't look clean and he makes mistakes, and then Hundley goes in the game in the early part of the game, and he does well. What a trip that'll be for Lamar to take on, right?
Yep.
But I hope that it's all going to be good. And I never went to any of the practices. There were a couple opportunities fans could actually just watch the Ravens work out. That's pretty cool. And we watched a little kind of a newsreel thing about the Ravens opening season and all. And they had a segment where the Ravens were working hard helping to spruce up a school in Baltimore. Very nice. They really did look legitimately like they were doing things. It looked a lot more genuine than some I've seen other NFL teams show off during maybe halftime or something like that. So I do like football, but I don't want this on my, no water. And I used to play in high school as well as in Sandlot, I guess you would call it, or Pop Warner, I think is more accurate. all the way back to the age of 12. Like from 12 to 16, I played football, or 11 to 16. Yes, they say that, AJ, and they're right, that it's so addicting, the nicotine is. But I have a strange ability. I can put them down,
That's
and
because you're just strange in general.
that's true. And I don't need a cigarette. I haven't had a thought for wanting a cigarette. I quit smoking really seriously some time ago. I'm just a moocher. If I'm like having some beers, I go out to a bar and somebody's outside and we're hanging in there. They have a cigarette. It's not a menthol. I may bum one, but I don't bum menthols. I just can't stand
My
them.
sister was a smoker, and years ago when she got out of the Army, her and I shared a one-bedroom apartment.
Screaming Fly
It was a
Productions.
little tight.
Have a nice
She
rest.
tried to quit,
And good evening. Thank you for
and
being
I
with us.
couldn't handle it, so I went out and bought her a carton of cigarettes. Not a pack, a carton.
Yeah. That's something that Dan didn't do, and he was even talking about that with me. Maybe it was on his last podcast that we recorded. That it's like after all this time, it's like, why didn't I buy cartons? He'd buy 2 packs of cigarettes. No, I never served in the military. My father did during World War II, but no, I would have served as a conscientious objector and maybe been asked for some duty that was non-battlefield, or if I had to, I might have been a corpsman or something like that. But that's just me, you know. I didn't even actually shoot a real firearm until just a couple of years ago. Went to an indoor range and
You went with Brian, didn't you?
Yeah, with Brian, my former son-in-law, but I still love as my son-in-law. But now I have another son-in-law who replaced him. So, he's version 1. Now I'm on version 2.
Look, I told Brian for years that he was my favorite son-in-law.
Keep it that way.
And he said, I am your only son-in-law. And I said,
Yep.
Keep it that way. Because I was trying to tell him he better straighten his ass out. It didn't work.
So, sadly, he was addicted to game consoles instead of addicted to his wife, and let things go too long, and that's what happens sometimes. So, whoever you're with, you gotta keep maintaining that relationship, you and your partner, or it's not going to necessarily last. It needs
Oh, that's
work.
great, Robert.
It takes effort. Sometimes you're carrying the relationship, sometimes they're carrying the relationship.
Yeah, it's never 50-50.
But if you both realize that and you try to push back on things that would separate the two of you, then at least you're saving it until they might do it when you're the one that's having troubles with the relationship. And always talk. And one rule of thumb for everybody, never go to bed mad. I mean, don't go to bed and be facing away from one another and it's like an iceberg in between you. Resolve whatever it is before you go to bed. Agree to disagree, make peace. It's the way to go, okay? Little tip with love from Rick here. It is a long road, if you're lucky enough to live that long. You needed to hear that? Going through some bad things right now, Victoria? Well, I can say, and I'll think of it in prayer, that, you know, if you want to keep things going, you can. Does he? Get through them together. I'm glad I could give you some good advice. Something that we were told and we agreed to is never go to bed mad. Didn't we? A long time ago. So whoever told us that was very wise. So I'm
Can we
glad I
start
shared it.
cleansing now? Don has to run to the store.
Oh.
If we wait, he's going to miss it.
Oh, Don. God, I don't want to miss that. All right.
So make Don the first one, and then
Well,
we'll get
I have
everybody
to.
else.
I have to start the ceremony. You ready? Here we go. We're ready. We're going to start the great ceremony for the special cleansing.
That's horrible, Carson. Okay, not so loud. Your mom is watching.
I don't care. All come who would like to be cleansed of negative energy.
You have never done that
And
before.
it always changes. You got to keep things going and keep it fresh. Whoever wants to lose the negative energy and also gain an empty colon and intestinal tract and be free from fecal impaction, just say, cleanse me, and post to the chat to Darlene.
Okay, do Don first, and then I'll start everybody else, because he's got to go.
Don, you are cleansed.
Loopsy oopsie.
Loopsy oopsie,
Dr. Namal.
you are cleansed. Dr. Namal, you are cleansed.
Victoria Ludwig.
Victoria Ludwig, you are cleansed.
Soul.
Soul, you are cleansed.
Plum Arm.
Plum Arm, you are cleansed.
Valerie Brumbelow.
Valerie, you are cleansed.
Hey, Potato Vampire.
Hey, Potato Vampire,
No.
you are
Okay.
cleansed.
Boston Winds.
Boston Winds, you are
Shay
cleansed.
Lee.
Shay Lee, you are cleansed.
AJ.
AJ, you are cleansed.
Sarah E14.
Sarah, could be Sarah, you are cleansed.
RS.
RS, you are cleansed.
Loopsy Oopsie.
Loopsy Oopsie, you are cleansed.
Tim Weber.
Tim Weber, you're cleansed.
M. Joy Peace.
M. Joy Peace, you are cleansed.
Rostradamus.
Grostradamus, you're cleansed.
No.
No, you are cleansed.
Maria G.
Maria G, you are cleansed.
V. Quit.
Be quit, you are cleansed.
Sherry Thrill.
Sherry, you are cleansed.
Affled.
Affalad, you are cleansed.
Miss Fix It.
Miss Fix It, you are
K1ish.
cleansed. K1ish,
Carson
you are cleansed. Carson Thorpe, you are
Josh
cleansed.
was here.
Josh was here, you are cleansed. Wait. Bottle number 2. Ready?
William Thomas.
William Thomas, you are cleansed.
Joanne Wickless.
Joanne Wickless, you are
Jay
cleansed.
Norm.
J. Norm, you are cleansed.
Jim and Debbie.
Jim and Debbie,
J.
you are cleansed. J. Tay, you are cleansed.
Cleanse the Ravens to win.
The Ravens are cleansed.
Woodland.
Woodland, you are
Mitch.
cleansed. Mitch, you are cleansed.
Amy Hackey.
Amy, heck,
Right.
you're cleansed.
Andrew Allen.
Andrew, you are cleansed.
Evan Harris.
Evan, you are cleansed.
Scott Bagley.
Scott, you are cleansed.
Carson Thorpe.
Scott, you are cleansed.
Did you get Carson Thorpe?
Yes.
Kimbra.
Kimbra, you are cleansed.
Joey Alt.
Joey Alt, you are cleansed.
Ron S.
Ron S, you are cleansed.
Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller, you are cleansed.
Kevin.
Kevin, you are cleansed.
Robert Ryan.
Robert Ryan, you were cleansed.
AJ Vintage.
AJ, oh. AJ, you were cleansed.
Mr. D Pants.
Mr. D Pants, you were cleansed.
Shay Lee, although she may not
Shay
need it,
Lee
she just cleansed
Just
her
got
toilet.
cleansed again.
Yeah. Okay, look. Person to person.
Person to person, you were cleansed.
John C.
John C., you were cleansed.
Do we do Grostradamus?
Grostradamus, you're cleansed. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. I'm having trouble with this name. Pabst Blue Robert.
Pabst Blue Robert, you were cleansed. That's funny.
Jesus Lopez.
Jesus Lopez, you were cleansed.
Jin, J-I-N, Singh.
Ginseng, you were cleansed.
Jed
Jen? Jed,
JED.
you are cleansed.
Thank you for telling me how I could say that. We did that one. Give me a minute. Cleanse all the people who perished, lost loved ones. Everyone who had lost ones on 9/11.
9/11 victims and all those who suffered as a result, you are cleansed.
Potato vampire.
Potato vampire, you're cleansed.
Hopi.
Hopi, you're cleansed.
Ponytail.
Ponytail, you're cleansed.
That took my colon. I think we may have gotten everybody.
Now, who in the background who doesn't usually post, but you're there, please come forward. You deserve the cleansing too. Show us you're there. You've never posted. Tell us.
Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth, you are cleansed and sanitized. I guess that the new king, King Charles II,
Olga.
is cleansed. Olga Dennis is cleansed, all the way from Greece. Yes, she is. We have an international group of friends in our special dysfunctional
Nancy
family.
Santa Maria, since she had to leave for work.
Nancy Santa Maria Latica had to go to work again.
Thank you, Josh.
I'm sorry she didn't get to stay here for that. I thought she was off on Saturday.
Maybe her hours changed.
The poor thing. She worked last night late.
Joey's wife, Kimberly.
Joey and your wife, Kimberly, I'll give you both a cleanse, even if Joey gets a second one.
Jason Chan.
Jason Chan, you get a good squirt. You're
Gordon.
cleansed. Who?
Gordon.
Gordon.
The engine.
Oh, Gordon. You are cleansed.
Tracy Banter.
Tracy Banter is cleansed. For Dan Bell. Dan, this one's for you. You are cleansed.
Mimi Barrett.
Mimi Barrett, you are cleansed.
Captain Crook.
Captain Crook, you're cleansed.
Bo.
Bo is cleansed. And Grandmom, Serra, and Darlene, Jen, and
Wait a minute.
Marlon, and Jeremiah,
Give me a
and
minute.
Kylie, and Tom, all cleansed. And Darlene and I, we are cleansed. I forgot to do that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Wait a minute. Come on.
Whoa. Whoa.
Getting on my nerves. Pabst Blue Robert's girlfriend. Looks like Lydia. Cleanse, please.
Lydia cleanse.
I think we may have gotten it.
Oh, God.
Seymour.
Seymour, you were cleansed. Is there anybody left? Feel free. The table is open to all. This is not a religious ceremony and doesn't associate with any organized religion. This is strictly my own creation. It is designed to create amusement and not do any damn thing else. But hopefully you liked it. Oh,
God, you're hard to get.
I'm
somebody's
sorry.
attention.
Diane Marshall. Hey, Rick. What are some of the funniest, most ridiculous podcasts I should go back and listen to with you and Dan? One thing, there is, and maybe someone in the channel here even knows, there is someone who's a fan of Dan Bell, the podcast, who has tabulated a history of each of the podcasts, give you detailed instruction, and then talked about...
Wait a minute. Got another cleanse.
Got a cleanse?
DECEI.
DECEI, you are cleansed. So, if you could, somebody could help...
Bud's Red Hots.
Bud's Red Hots is here. You are cleansed. But every time we get together and have as a special guest our friend
Kidneys.
Stephanie's Kidneys, Sal of X-Logs. Sal, who is a multi-dimensional individual. He's kind of a Renaissance man, in my opinion. Young guy,
Kiki.
very intelligent. He's also a concert violinist as well as the creator of the X-Log. Any X-Log join on the, or anytime Sal Amadeo, is on the show and the podcast, watch that episode. We always go crazy. There's at least 5 or 6 of them that have him in the last year, and each one of them is always a laugh riot. So start with those.
Kiki.
Kiki needs to be cleansed. Kiki, you are cleansed.
Vadam.
Madam or Badam?
With a V.
Vadam, you're cleansed.
Wormy.
Wormy, you're cleansed. I'm good. I'm
Thanks for putting that up, Namal.
Thanks for putting that up in their mall. I'll put it up my nose. And squirt.
Stephanie Short.
Stephanie Short, you were cleansed. Modelo.
Hey, Gina, hello. Did you want to be
Especial.
cleansed? Gina.
Gina, you're cleansed.
The Madness Hour is on. Hey, how you doing?
The Madness Hour, you are cleansed. And thank you for being with us. You're such a great creator. I've tried to tell others of how great you are and that they should go to the Madness Hour on YouTube and enjoy. Cleanse my liver so I don't have to have surgery tomorrow.
I don't have a hangover tomorrow.
Oh.
God. And you
Cleanse
had
my
to
liver, not for surgery, so hangover. I got you.
And
All right, Carson, you are cleansed against a hangover.
And everybody's pets that are in the chat.
Everybody who has a pet, all of your pets are cleansed. Thank you for sharing your Saturday night with us. You're welcome, Amy. It's a pleasure. Mercury retrograde and bad connection sucks. Thank you, Rick. What? Oh, I hope not. Bad connection for Megadeth Gigantor. I haven't heard anybody else saying that.
No, I haven't had any.
It's been smooth sailing here. I have Do Not Disturb on. I have full connection to my Wi-Fi. I don't know what happened. Gina, living good. Here you come. You're cleansed. I'm glad you needed that. I was happy to give it to you. So, it is great to complete another session with you all. I hope that everybody is taking full notice of their cleansing. They feel better. You should feel lighter. You should step more freely.
How
You could
about a
dance.
cleanse?
Huh?
How about a cleanse for everyone who's had to evacuate or has been affected in some way by the wildfires on the West Coast?
Yes. All the victims of wildfires that have been affected, displaced, they've lost their homes. It's been terrible. The drought out in the West is so terrible. There's nothing really coming down to give
Well, good. I'm
release.
glad you finally connected, Mega.
I bless you all. God bless you all. And you're cleansed. And then we had the same thing happen in a different manner. We had terrible floods that decimated
Hi,
Kentucky.
Denise.
And I'm sure the people there are still suffering. So to the people who suffered the flooding in Kentucky earlier this summer, you were cleansed. And God
Thanks,
bless you.
Robert.
So we feel very good about this. I think that the community's been served well this session. We will stay open through the end of the broadcast.
You have a lot of water on the floor, too.
If anybody has to be cleansed that didn't, I'm peeing in the toilet. Well, I didn't know it also cleaned your bladder out, but maybe it does. And yes, I did saturate the floor a little bit here. But when you're doing the cleansing, you need to have something to shoot. And this is what I was using. This stool, and I had this towel here. And as you can see, I have totally saturated the towel. Some water dripping right out.
Here, can't mop up a wet floor with a wet towel.
Here, I'm gonna chop
Just
this.
put it on there.
All right. It's a vinyl floor, so it's not going to do any damage.
Nope. Stephanie Short, we did get you.
Oh yeah, Steph Short, we did you. You didn't feel it? All right. There, Stephanie Short, you were cleansed again, did you? See if you feel it now. It might take about 5 minutes to reboot.
Oh, thanks, Carson.
Oh, that's so nice, Carson. Moist towel gussets, the cleansing aftermath. Everybody's gussets might get wet. I'm sorry to tell you this. What is a gusset? It's that cottony part where your junk sits on it, or your female part. And, you know, it's there to maybe absorb a little bit of moisture if, unfortunately, you drip a few urine
We
drops
had a
or
leaky
something.
toilet when we were camping. Had to pay to get that fixed. We
Oh.
were lucky. We lucked out on that, sort of.
Yes, our toilet had not been properly winterized. I'm the boomer, yep. So, and on Dan Bell, the podcast, anybody who's not a subscriber to Patreon, you might not know this, but we do a segment at the end of every episode called
no.
Rick's Erotica. And we read real erotica as posted on internet sites. And believe it or not, there is so many to choose from. We pick them hoping they're a little amusing and not just totally seriously going bonkers
They are
about.
horrible.
But they are horrible.
Horrible.
They usually involve, because of Dan's fixation with this, scat play.
That's it.
I'm all I'm saying. I didn't say the words beyond that. Scat play. And involving, you know, same sex or different sex
Let's
couples. It could also involve your grandmother and a grandson. Oh, terrible things that are beyond redemption. Horrible, horrible stories. Wretched stories that sometimes are just absolutely hilarious. Hilarious.
None of them
Yes,
funny.
so I would say if you like me
You will
and the
not
channel,
No.
you should consider $5 a month. Try it for a month and take
At
a look at
times
episodes.
they are, bud.
Actually, you know, they're audio podcasts. There's only a handful of video podcasts that were ever done, and they had a little problem where you would not have the mouth in sequence with the words, and you wouldn't be able to tell. Of course, I covered my mouth so you couldn't tell. But, and that's why we gave up on the video. The timing just always would get out. There was a dwell between the two different media streams, the audio and the video, and they would always be a lag for one to the other. Yeah, AJ, I've suggested it. I've suggested it, but it's technology that has stopped Dan from doing that. So write down, AJ, and you're a fan of his as well, tell him. Anybody wants video podcast as an option, and I would agree with you. There's a way we can do it. Dan just doesn't like preparation. That's what it is. He wants to be able to sit down, turn on everything, check the microphones, and go. And you need a little bit of prep. Hello, Edwin from Indiana. How are you doing out there? Hope everything's going good. What is shrimping, bud? We're shrimping to the last 15 minutes of the show. I am going to be going to a
Do you have
place.
any cleansing liquid left?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Kevo missed the cleansing.
Kevo, you were cleansed. So, after we finish up here, approximately 9:30, I'll be popping up within the hour and being live in a place called Dick's Halfway Inn.
True. That is a true
It's
name.
a true name, Dick's Halfway Inn. It's down in a neighborhood called Rosedale in Baltimore, on the east side of Baltimore. And I'll be live streaming from there. The band Outage.
Escalate.
Outage is a classic rock band of a bunch of old farts. A couple are less old than others, but generally they're old around my age or older, sadly, for them. And yes, if by chance you live within earshot of here and you wanted to meet Rick at Dick's Halfway, I think it's at Dick's Halfway Inn, look it up and go there. I'll be there by 10:30. And I'll be happy to sign autographs, bring whatever you want. You have any securities that you want to sign over to me, I'll be happy to sign my name. Whatever you want, just bring a marker. I'll write my name on your forehead, whatever. It can be a lot of fun. And I'd be happy to have you buy me
The
beers.
address is 8013 Philadelphia Road.
8013 Philadelphia Road, Baltimore, Maryland. No, they don't, but they do sticks, which is pretty interesting with the keyboard parts and everything. Doing a little bit of the ballads, the rock ballad side of rock and roll. And then a cross section of just good old hard rock and roll. Hello, Italian girl. Good to have you here. Welcome. Hey, thank you, Soul. So if, like I said, you're somewhere in the Baltimore area, you just happen to be aware of the show, you caught this,
Stephanie,
come.
Monday's going to be my last day. I'm not going to be working anymore.
And it has been cleansing night. If you just
Boatman,
popped
Boatman.
in and you didn't know, today was special cleansing, and I still have solution where I can cleanse you right now. Just write "cleanse me" as your message, and Darlene will tell me. So that goes on till the end of the show. We are finishing at about 9:30.
I don't think you'll make it, Joey, so don't worry about it.
So I was happy to find out
Cleanse
something.
Italian girl.
Italian girl? Of course, you're cleansed. I found out that the
That's
band
right, AJ. Had enough.
Nerd wants it. Nerd says it. Cleanse you, nerd. I gotcha.
Boatman, Boatman.
Boatman, you are cleansed.
Carson Thorpe, you've been cleansed.
Carson, I can't cleanse you anymore. It won't work. So, Yes is going to be playing in Clearwater, Florida. After we arrive, they're going to be playing there in October. I looked at ticket prices. Of course, they're high.
That's
But
right, Mr. D Pants.
it's a really beautiful, smaller theater with great sound.
Where?
I saw Jan
Oh,
Anderson.
got another cleanse.
Who's this?
Sarah Eve's husband, Saul.
Saul, you're cleansed.
Kyle Penrose.
Kyle, you're cleansed. Is my cleanser shooting blanks? It's getting down there.
We're okay right now.
Okay, just let me know. So I might be able to see Yes do Close to the Edge, which is what John Anderson did with the School of Rock. Saw him last winter, a couple weeks after I saw Rick Wakeman, grouchy old Rick Wakeman show, where he played a little bit of this, and then he talked and chatted with the audience. And Rick Wakeman is thoroughly entertaining, and he's a quite funny, friendly guy. So that was a actually great experience. So I got to see those two former members of Yes, and now the band that's left.
Oh, that's great.
Unfortunately,
Stephanie Short, thank you for letting me know.
Just recently, months ago, Alan White passed away. A couple of years back, we lost Chris Squire. King Crimson playing out again is up in the air, bud. Robert Fripp actually went into detail about how the tour they just finished up and then did Japan in the beginning of the year, that the risk was major of them having a total business
Durando.
catastrophe with the costs and everything, especially with the pandemic and having to reschedule and move concerts around. And he just doesn't know if a 78-year-old man and his aged band are really able to do such a tour again. So, and it was leaked out along the way during the tour that you may want to pick up a
Kimber, it was
ticket.
really good.
Oh, love Supertramp, Mimi. That would be an excellent band to see. They're definitely a progressive band.
We did.
I,
Boat Woman. Boatman is asking for you to cleanse Boat Woman.
Boat Woman, oh, Boatman, you're cleansed.
Just send it, Mega. He'll look at it.
Well, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Palmer is setting up a tour where he's going to be using live video clips of his other bandmates, and he's going to play along with their recorded images and the music. So it's kind of an experimental effort on his part to pull off a show with just himself and the basic recorded essences of his bandmates. So, yeah, Lucky Man, that's a great song. I love the ELP too, guys. Still do. Love their music. Started listening to it when, what was it called? Pictures? No. But it includes Welcome Back, My Friends, that song, that album. I saw them in '76 actually at College Park at the Cole Fieldhouse, which no longer exists. And that was a tremendous concert, really great. I had some red hash. That was so nice too. Of course, during those days, smoking sativa during a concert was not uncommon. You might even have a pipe passed to you or a joint passed to you. It was a very giving crowd, very generous. But not me. I'm sorry. I have a little hash pipe, take a couple puffs, and keep it back in my pocket. I'm not. Yeah, Carnival number 9. Thank you, Bud. Thank you very much. And I mean, there's just too many people that we've lost that now, are in the world of the spirit. And cleanse Mark Whitener in his sleep. All right, Mark is cleansed in his sleep. Boy, he's going to wonder what happened to his bed. Whew. I know some stories about people
That's
having
true,
bed
Mr.
issues.
D-Pants.
When you have a silent emission out of your anal orifice while you're sleeping, and you're totally unaware until you wake up and you notice moisture in between your butt cheeks. That is something you would not want to happen. And I won't name who told me this happened to them. Darling's shooting at me furiously. Wet bed emissions. Darling is shooting. Why? I mean, I'm already did it. Is there more people telling you to shoot?
No.
Well, then let's cut it out.
Why?
Because prayers and well wishes to Mr. Doggy Dog. If you all know Mr. Doggy Dog, he has been missing from our show for a couple of weeks. He's had a bit of problems, serious health issues. I think he's in hospital.
That's right, Scott.
Or he's going to be in hospital soon. Please think about him in prayer if you're so inclined, or send him good vibes.
Jason said luckily Dan had a waterproof cover on his mattress.
Well, who's talking about Dan?
I don't know, but Jason, he
Did-
must have said something last
Did
night.
Dan say something about his waterproof cover being effective or something? I guess that's good for anybody. I used to just leave the plastic bag on the mattress
You
and
feeling,
thought that was
You
good.
feeling lucky, punk?
But Darlene got tired of the sound of the plastic as we rolled around on the bed. Ow! And, and when you're doing it in some kind of emotion, in rhythm, you understand what I'm talking about. And the plastic's going crinkle, 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 crinkle on top of the springs going. It's it's a lovely chorus. The making of whoopee on a plastic wrap mattress. Yes. Oh, poop surprise. That's what a poop surprise is. Or if you think that you just sneezed and then later, as you're walking, you noticed extra lubrication between your legs. You go to a bathroom at your first opportunity and you are horrified
Not me, Carson.
by what you find inside. That's some kind of a unannounced release, a secret emission.
Bang, bang, I shot you dead.
You
bang,
shot me.
Bang, I'm going to hit your head.
That's Silver Hammer.
Oh, well.
Bang, bang, Maxwell Silver Hanger.
Silver
Hammer went down upon his head. Bang, bang, Maxwell Silver Hammer made sure that he was dead. Woo, woo, woo. That's
Look,
little
I was told to
Beatles.
say-
Yes.
You feeling lucky, punk?
I'm not lucky, punk. I'm very unlucky.
Well, do you?
I don't feel lucky.
Okay.
I'm not getting lucky tonight, especially after all this stuff I said about a plastic-covered mattress. Silver hanger. Well, I was hammered, so I couldn't say silver hammer correctly. I'm pulling this lyric
Night,
out of
Kimbra.
my memory. my ancient memory, just like the age of an elephant memory. So
Mine always
surprised I
lags,
remembered it at
Mega.
all. Good night, Kimbra. Sleep well. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
That's for Bud.
Thank you, Bud. That was very nice of you. And $40 of chocolate and candy. Oh my God, Jason Glenn, he did talk about the whole story. Oh my God. That must have been the podcast then. Because I thought he and I had a private conversation. That's what I was remembering. But no.
But you were going to tell
Oh,
everybody.
I didn't name a name. I did tell everybody of somebody who had an unfortunate problem of a undetected emission. And it was last night he said this, Ephelon, during his live? Well, good for you, Dan. Don't be afraid to stand up and own up to what you did to your bed. That's very good that you stood up and let us know that you're just human like rest of us, and you're especially gross version of it is well known now. So talk some more about it, Dan. Let's see what other kind of disgusting
Apparently
stories you
told
can come up with.
quite a few stories.
I'm sure 2 or 3 hours apparently that he should have stopped talking. Well, speaking of stop talking, I hate to tell you, but it is that time. Yes, are we not men? We are Devo. We are human. So I will be packing it up here, and I will be then moseying on down the road to
Dick's halfway
in Rosedale. Out the area of Rosedale is on the east side of Baltimore, and we're at Philadelphia Road, very near Route 40 and the entrance to I-95.
We bought a T-shirt from there and took it to a friend in Florida. He loved it.
The Halfway Inn is a famous, funny name. And my friend, definitely he did. I think we also took a photograph of the outside wall
Yeah.
to help show him, because it's a full-length painted mural on the wall of the whole thing. It's pretty funny. So if you can't make it down there and you'd still like to watch something in about an hour, look for me. I'll be back on again. On this channel again. So subscribe and click the bell if you haven't. If you already have, you will be getting some enjoyment, a little more entertainment coming your way. Good night to everybody. Thank you very much. I hope that everybody is well. Take care of yourselves. That's the best way that we can go forward, is being each other's brother or sister and loving each other. Okay? That's the key right there, love. Love and peace, peace and love.
Good night, everybody. See you next week.
Good night, and we'll see you next Friday. Peace.